Hey friends, my name is Mike Fieberkorn. I'm an associate pastor at Zion Lutheran Church in St. Charles, Missouri, and I'm here today to talk to you about my forthcoming book from Concordia Publishing House entitled Battle of the Soul: Luther Reforms Vice and Virtue. Now, the Christian church, and Lutherans in particular, don't often talk a whole lot about vices and virtues. But surprisingly, Martin Luther talked about these concepts all the time. He used the language of vice to describe that sin that resides in our inner heart. And he talked about virtues as those qualities the Holy Spirit works in and through us to help us carry out God's commands. Further, Luther said that there's a daily battle that plays out inside the souls of everyone who believes. In fact, he described this battle a bit in his small catechism when he talked about what the daily meaning of baptism was. He said every day we should wake up and drown the old man in the sinful desires. In other words, put to death our vices, so that the new man the Spirit is creating us to be can rise up each day and live. In fact, Luther says that battle between vice and virtue is happening in the soul of every Christian, and fighting against our vice, that's the task of all the baptized. Now, if you're like me, it can be difficult to get a handle on the sin in our lives. That's why I hope you'll encounter this book to discover some practical strategies by which we can slay our vices and cultivate virtues that fight against them so that we can better carry out God's commands to serve our neighbor in love. Serving our neighbor in love is a task I hope any Christian can get behind, and it's my goal for everyone who will read my forthcoming book, Battle of the Soul. It releases this coming Reformation. It's available for pre-order a few weeks in advance of that. Check it out. You'll learn a lot about Martin Luther. You'll learn a lot about yourself. Most importantly, you'll learn a lot about the kind of life God calls you to as His baptized child.